My toolbox is a mess.
Okay, I know what you're thinking. Why have I started making a video about my dirty toolbox when it looks like this? Beautiful sockets all lined up in a row, ratchets, everything. It looks like it's great. Everything's magnetic in here. It looks perfect. It's because when you get down farther, it starts to look like this. Then you get down farther and it starts to look like this. Then you get down even farther and it just rags. Okay, so I've analyzed the toolbox content and I think our problem is not a lack of organization, but more so a lack of space. I have a $300 wrench set sitting in my miscellaneous drawer with my tape and my zip ties. That's not okay. Okay, so I think what we're gonna start off with doing is taking all the contents of the unorganized, dirty boxes and laying them out on the garage floor right here. Okay, so I'm allowed 2 spots in the garage for tools. My toolbox array right here, and then another little spot over there behind some shelves. And so what I wanted to do when I initially set this all up was, this would be the everyday, use all the time tools, and then the back corner would be for the stuff I don't really use too often or never use. And you know what I just found in here? In the box of stuff that's supposed to be everyday? I found this. I found a wood, why do I have this? It's like a wood planer. Why is this in my tools over here? I must have put it there at some point and just forgot it, but like, I don't use this every day. After taking all that stuff out, there's still stuff. The last item. Yeah, I don't think we need that. Okay, this was the contents of one drawer, and I can kind of see where my mind was. This drawer had hammers and pry bars and punches. Okay, sorry for the continuity error. I got kind of hot. So it's generally good toolbox etiquette to use put what you most use at the top of the toolbox, like ratchets and sockets, and what you least use at the bottom, like random power tools, sawzalls. Well, some of you guys use sawzalls a lot, I know you do. You can put that in the top. But I also want heavy stuff at the bottom and lighter stuff at the top. So the hammers and the punches should generally go near the bottom, and you can see they weren't really near the bottom. They were kind of up top. Now I guess I should show you guys how I already had this set up. So at the top is sockets and ratchets, that's it. Now, because all of these drawers are smaller, I use these for miscellaneous drawers. So these have everything from flashlights to valve core tools to magnets, wire brushes. This side has picks and Allen keys. Below that is a bunch of random hobo freight lights that I'll never use, random miscellaneous parts, and then over here, safety glasses, brake gauges, the old Blue Point temperature gauge. Now right below that is where we actually get into some tools, believe it or not. Wrenches, crescent wrenches, imperial wrenches. Now, this is gonna be again a part of that little thing I was talking about where I don't want the tools that I use every day. I want the tools that I use every day to be in here, and the tools that I don't use every day to be over there. And included in the tools I don't use every day is imperial wrenches. So all of these, all of these can go. Look at that, we're already making a difference. We freed up all of the space of that imperial garbage. Next is screwdrivers, and these are like long-handled, scrapey, chisel-y things. These things are really useful for taking off gasket material. These will stay up here. The screwdrivers are good up here. I mean pry bars, sorry. I always get those mixed up. Below that, we have pliers. The pliers are looking pretty good. Actually, this entire top dual box is looking pretty decent. I'm just going through it to show you guys what I do and what I've got it organized. So it's like sockets, ratchets, wrenches, what is in here? Screwdriver, pry bars, pliers, and then random electrical stuff and micrometers, because you never know when you might need to micrometer something. Yeah, we can take these out. These don't need to be here. Okay, now for the beater tool chest. What is in this bad boy from other than the stuff you already saw me rip out of it? Top drawer is power tools. This will stay like this because I use these all of the time. I have a bunch of the Milwaukee stuff. The Milwaukee stuff is the best. I highly recommend the Milwaukee stuff. I got a bunch of this stuff on like a Father's Day discount. Not that I'm a dad, but because I like saving money. And next up we have the one I just emptied. The miscellaneous drawer with the expensive wrenches. Yeah, this has got to be redid. All redid, bro. If you're wondering how I'm laying this stuff out, we've got it all on the floor right here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the stuff I don't need, like the planer, and put it over here. And then the stuff I wanna keep, we'll put closer to the toolbox so it can go in more. You might be wondering why I'm looking like that guy from that new movie that came out, the Mario Brothers, and why I have pipe wrenches in my automotive toolbox. Well, the reason is that these are actually pretty useful for if you get a seized coilover locking ring and then it's all stripped out because you bought cheap eBay coilovers. But other than that, they're not useful. So these are also going to go in the pile of stuff that is not useful at the moment or every day. And I'm not taking the seized calipers or seized races off the coilovers every day, so these are going to go over there. It is time for the drawer of rags and miscellaneous tools. Okay, almost everything left in this drawer is stuff I actually want to keep in here, like miscellaneous tools, and actually this stuff can come out. Detailing stuff, yeah, that'll come out. Another rag. Yeah, all of this stuff can stay in here. Okay, so this is what we're working with. All of this needs to go back into that toolbox. And at the end of the day, it needs to be cleaner so I can actually work on my stuff and not have to dig through dirty rags or go through my miscellaneous drawers to find my nice wrenches. But first, I want to separate this pile into the stuff I'm going to use and the stuff I'm not going to use pile. So 3, 2, 1. Okay, after much deliberation, this is what I've decided. These items will go back in the box, and these items will go into the corner of shame now. That one over there. Now as village chief, I'll show you what I've chosen to be banished. First off is duplicates. All of these sockets and ratchets and whatnot are all duplicates as well as all of these. All of this is duplicates, and so all this will go over there in the corner to be used in a dire moment when I'm using my half-inch impact with a tiny 10mm chrome socket and it explodes. All that is gonna go over there. Sandpaper and Scotch-Brite and all this stuff. This stuff doesn't get used too often. That's just for cleanup, so that will go over in the corner as well. And then all of this stuff is, like the stuff you saw me earlier throwing out, is the Imperial wrenches. All of this is kind of wiring for future projects. The pipe wrenches, a bunch of extra brushes, as well as like gaskets that never got used. Now for the stuff I'm keeping, and what I'm most excited about are these wrenches right here. If you know, you know. These are, I think these were originally made by Mountain Wrench, and these are long, double-ended, flexi, ratcheting These ones aren't like a hexagonal pattern. They're a okay, makeup YouTuber. It worked. These are like kind of like Husky uses this a lot. They're just a bunch of pins that can easily grab bolts, but they're actually really good and they don't strip out. And they're also reversible. And this set has 8, 10, 12, 14, 15, 13, 18, 16, 16, 18, and 19, 17. Now, these wrenches are made by Matco, and they are like $350, which is a hard pill to swallow. These are a lot. I didn't pay that much. I paid like $140 for them because I got them for a crazy discount, brand new. These are also made by, like I said, Mountain Wrench, who I think sells them in the $200-ish range, or maybe more. Matco, which are these ones. Walmart has these, I think, but they're like $180, and then Hobo Freight, Icon makes these as well. But these are kind of like the new gen wrench. These are super useful. Everybody in the shop has gotten a set of these at some point, and they're just really good for like if you're doing like front covers on transverse 4 cylinders. This stuff can get like in between the fender or the frame rail and the engine to get off motor mounts, and then they're also really good for going behind the engine and in front of the engine. These are great for working on engines, dude. Who would have thought? These are gonna get a special place. Stuff that is also staying is hammers, hitty things, takey-offy things, consumables. I think I can make another set of sockets out of that little pile there, so we'll do that. And then the tray of miscellaneous, that'll be for another day. We'll organize that at some point. It's just decent, but I don't know. There's stuff in there, like there's a chalk line in there. I really don't need, you know what? Yeah, I really don't need the chalk. I can go over there. Okay, definitely not the best use of space, but I think for now with the tools that I want to have in this drawer, this is a decent way to lay it out. At some point I'll need to get long-handled open end and box end wrenches. I've got the long-handled ratcheting wrenches, reversible, a couple small to medium-sized crescent wrenches. I threw out the jumbo-sized one because I don't think I'm going to need that anytime soon. I've got a few baby wrenches and then the old ratcheting 10 right here for, you know, anything and everything. Next drawer under that is the pry bar drawer, and I think that what fits nicely in here would be these guys. These are clip tools for those pesky plastic clips on the interior and the exterior and basically everywhere on cars nowadays, so I think these will go in here somehow. Okay, definitely not the best, but for now I think this drawer is pretty good. We've got the clip tools, we've got the pry bars, we've got the plus sign pry bars, we've got the sharp pry bars, we've got the long pry bars, and then we've got the pry bars for taking out clips, and the pry bars for like really taking out clips. I think that will be good for now. Okay, next is the pliers and again with the pipe wrenches. I don't know why what it is with me and the pipe wrenches, but like I've got something for pipe wrenches. That we don't need that. I'm gonna be better. I'm gonna get rid of the pipe wrenches. I also have tin snips in here and another crescent wrench. Yeah, we don't really need that stuff in there. That will go with my pile of pipe wrenches. Okay, I think this drawer is good for now. Pliers, that's it. This will be for expansion, further expansion. Nothing really going on in the electrical drawer. I think this is good for now. We'll leave all of this here. Next we have the power tool drawer, and I think actually I'm gonna move the 1/2-inch impact and the battery chargers down to the very bottom drawer, as in just because this 3/8 Milwaukee seems to do everything for me right now on my car. At least it takes off lug nuts and it takes off suspension components, and like there's no bolt really torqued higher than that on my car. So I think I'll leave this guy up here and we'll put the big Chungus down at the bottom along with the chargers. save you guys the boring process of putting all these tools back, so... And... boom. We actually have an empty drawer here, because I want the hammers and pry bars to be below this one, so... I've got my 10 mil in here, and that'll probably stay like that until I get more tools. Put pry bars in here, and punches, and hammers, and hitty things. Okay, now this is a pretty horrible use of space, but actually I have the space, and this lets me easily see everything. I'm sure this will eventually fill back up to the brim, and I'll be digging through stuff in here again, but for now this works. This is hammers, pry bars, like the old school criminal bank robber pry bar. This one's funny. And then soft brass punches. This is good for now. Okay. Okay, we're not gonna put that in there. Aha! Perfect. Okay, well, all we have left is all the stuff that's going in the corner, that little socket set I'll organize, but other than that, the toolbox is looking pretty good. I think I'll throw all this stuff back there, and that should be the end of the video, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed me messing around in the garage and organizing my tools, thank you for watching. I just wanted to film something kind of funny today, and also be a little bit productive. If you guys enjoyed watching, make sure to like and subscribe. Peace. Goodbye, pipe wrench. It was fun while it lasted. You will be remembered.